Coach.
Come on, I got to go. You got to do this before the game, or I got to go. Let's go. Let's go.
And we're live. We have, go ahead, Josh. I see you got Coach Corey Fuller there. Go ahead and hit him.
I got to go. I got to go.
Sir.
Got to make it quick.
Coach Fuller, talk about today's game.
It's a big game. They're 5-2, right? Like 5 or 6 in the state. They're number 1 in their region. This game is big.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck on the game.
Okay, we appreciate it. We're here at Cox Stadium. Pre-game sponsored by Crawfordville Lindy's. Pre-game sponsor for INSiiGHTS Game of the Week. Located 2120 Crawfordville Highway. Order your chicken wings, chicken dinners, chicken sandwiches. Try some of that hot chicken. H-A-W-T. You don't need Nashville hot when you can get Crawfordville hot. With me today, my co-host, all the way recently graduated from the FAMU, Florida A&M University School of Journalism. We have Joshua, former football player, Louder, track athlete supreme. Josh on the field doing some of the pregame interviews for us. He's going to get a chance to talk to Coach McDonald over there with Pine Forest. They're rolling pretty good over there, Josh. They're 5-2. They've lost 2 games by a total of 4 points, and they're coming to Tallahassee looking to bring some smoke in Leon County. Those of you who haven't made it to the game yet, you need to come on and jump on board with us and come see this one, because this promises to be a bomb burner in Cox Stadium. The sun's starting to go down, getting a little shade on the east side of the field, and this is a place to be for football in Tallahassee tonight. You had the undefeated Godby Cougars running in at 7-0. You got Pine Forest from Pensacola. They roll with a crowd. They got a lot that came in their charter buses, and they're looking to pull an upset. Now, it'll be an upset to people in Tallahassee, but from the people in Pensacola, they're hyping this team up pretty good. They're telling us that we need to be careful, or Godby needs to be careful, because as they come over here, they say they got some guys that can really get it done. They say they got a running back, Anwar Lewis, number 25. They say he's guaranteed to break at least one every game, averaging 155 yards per game, and he's averaging 10 yards a carry. It's INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be right back. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. You just had a chance to see the Godby High Band playing, getting ready for this big one here. This ought to be a pretty good game here, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not seen Godby play, you need to see Godby play. A lot of times, you don't really know how good a team is until you look up and read in the paper. Our friends in the Tallahassee Democrat and on WCTV Sports, you'll find out then that the game was pretty good. WTXL Sports, too, that the team is pretty good. One of the things that we wanted to do is be able to let you know during the course of the year about the teams and the student athletes that you need to see play. Godby is one of them. 2 weeks from now, we're going to have a showdown in the city for one of the bigger games, Tallahassee Lincoln, and Godby. They square off right here in 2 weeks. Boy, by this time in 2 weeks, you won't be able to get a seat in here because everybody will be in here. They've been talking trash back and forth now for going on a month. They're going to get after it pretty good. And you have a Coach Quinn Gray, Coach Corey Fuller. Both of them were assistant coaches at Florida A&M University. Both of them, offensive and defensive coordinators, they're good friends. But they're not going to be good friends on that night. Now, not to take away from today's activities, they have to get by Pine Forest. This is going to be a good game, y'all. It's going to be a good game. Lincoln has one next week against Rains. Jacksonville Rains comes to town. And Rains always comes with a crowd. So one of the things that you'll find about the Tallahassee football program is the fact that they play a lot of teams outside of the area trying to get ready for state championships. They feel the only way that you get better is by playing better competition. And I love that about our coaches. They aren't hung up on trying to see if they can have an 11-0 season and then lose in the first round of the tournament, they want to win the state. So each one of them in their non-district play try to play teams bigger and better. They figure that's the only way you're going to get better is to play better. So they look and seek better competition to play. We're actually 15 minutes away from the kickoff. We're pretty excited about it because we should have a good one here. Both teams have left the field. They're getting ready to prepare themselves for this contest. This past week we were able to do. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. There's Joshua Lauder. Josh, let's go.
Coach, tonight's a big game. Talk about this game.
Any of these schools in Tallahassee is always a big game, you know. These coaches here do a great job. They got great players. It ought to be a real good game tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the interview and best wishes on the game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, Josh jogging over. We'll talk to him when he get here. Oh. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We had a special edition this past week. We covered the middle school championships, and we had a 5:30 game and a 7:30 game, the District 1 and District 2 championships. And we have gotten excellent response from the parents and the viewers. They were able to see the game. They were able to see the game, send the game to their family outside of the city of Tallahassee, be able to see their grandchildren, kin people play, and they hadn't had a chance to see them before. We really appreciate the response that we've gotten back. It makes our heart warm with the appreciation that we got from everybody who responded to the middle school championships that we telecast live. The live streams are on our website, INSiiGHTS YouTube. You can go to them and see them. We appreciate it. And INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week will take a break. We'll be right back. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week, we're back. We are still preparing for the upcoming game. We got the national anthem, and we will pause and focus on the color guard during the national anthem. And we thought they were getting ready to do the national anthem, but they're still preparing it. Back on the middle school championships, we had Fairview versus Swift Creek. We had Montfort defeated Deer Lake. Montfort ended up the season undefeated and won their 4th consecutive middle school championship. We are getting ready to do the national anthem, and we'll come back and do a wrap-up with the middle school championships right after that. And we're 8 minutes to go for the kickoff here. We're looking at the side over there by Pine Forest. They're not really traveling as many as we thought they would travel with. In fact, I can actually count the 16 people that I see over there. Might be a late arriving crowd, but it's still a little bit of a drive from Pensacola. And from what we've heard, there's still areas that are really bad off between here and Pensacola. Coach, Joshua, tell me what your thought is going into this contest.
My thought of going into this contest is going to be a close defensive battle. It's going to be a close game because of last year's game with Godby edging out Pine Forest last year 19-12 late in the 4th. I expect the running backs to protect the ball, play physical up front on both sides of the line, and I expect it to be a good contest.
Okay. When you were down on the field, what was the feel you got? The feel you got from the athletes? Was it a lot of excitement, tension, nervousness?
You had some athletes dancing, and that's just a way to just shake off a little bit of nervousness. But also on the other side, you had all business.
Okay, which side? You talking about the other side, from one team to the other, or what do you mean by the other side?
The other side, the Godby team seems all business. The Pine Forest side, you still have a little players just dancing, kind of shaking off some nerves here and there, but they'll lock in as they take the field.
Okay. And did you get it? What was the feel you got about the coaches?
Both coaches know that this is a high-stake game, and they're ready to go, and they look to execute
coming up
their
in the
game
stands
plan.
now. We got Jimbo Fisher coming in to see his son Trey Fisher play. Starting quarterback at Godby. And Coach Fisher sitting right here in front of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 rows down in a party of 3. Most people just kind of waved at him, but he'll be able to see his son play in person. Head coach at Texas A&M. He waved coming up, especially at Jay Quad Media. You know, everybody knows Jay Quad. But he's here to see his son, who has done an outstanding job at Godby. Gave Corey something he hadn't had often, which is a quarterback who could throw the ball. He usually always had a running quarterback, but he has one now that can put the ball in the air, and they'll go get it for him. The other thing they did a lot of when we saw him earlier, they ran that bubble screen, and they typically made that first man miss. And when they made that first man miss, it was off to the races.
Indeed.
So we're excited again, be able to see this one. captains going out for the toss. They're carrying the jersey, Pine Forest carrying the jersey of one of their fallen teammates, and that would be Jalen Clasell. Jalen suffered a heart attack. He had a heart problem last year playing a basketball game and started to recuperate a little bit from it, and then he got stricken again. So he right now is not able to play according to the article that we got out of the Pensacola paper. And his team was really crushed for him to be stricken like that. So a lot of the guys are playing for their teammate Jason, and that's what you see them carrying his jersey coming in, where he can get a chance to, you know, still be a part of the team, and what they do, they say they do for him. So that's what the jersey number is that you see coming in, that the team captains are walking and carrying. Pine Forest is lined up under the goal post to our right. On the south end, Godby's coming out. Gary line up on the north end. They're lining up. See, who won that toss? Godby will receive to our left here. And we have Godby. And as you see him, Jeff, with the jersey they're carrying it off the field now. They will probably enter again, number 3. They'll probably enter again as they come through the goalpost with it.
And, Coach, you have to think it's a little bit of gamesmanship by the Cougars receiving the ball first in this first half.
Okay, and why would you say that, Josh?
Because usually in a tight, contested defensive game, whoever scores first sets the tone, and it makes it easier for your defense to come out and play.
Okay. Godby getting fired up over there. They're getting fired up over there. Not Godby, but Pine Forest. Godby's down on a knee in prayer. And we have 2 minutes before kickoff. 2 minutes. Those of you watching on live stream, tweet it out to your friends. Let them know. Let them know you're watching the game live as they raise the banner for Godby Cougars after they finish their prayer. One of the better games in the city that you'll see here. And then you got next week with Lincoln at Rains, then Lincoln and Godby in 2 weeks. So you got some good games coming here. And this is INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week, and we're here at Cox Stadium. I'm Mickey Clayton, the coach, with my cohort, partner in crime, Joshua Lauder. Hello, Josh.
Hello, Coach.
How you feel? Oh, man, we're glad to have you as we sit here getting ready to get a bomb burner going on. We got the Godby Cougars undefeated, and we have from Pensacola Pine Forest 5-2. Don't let those 2 losses be misleading. One game was by 1 point, and another one by 3. They're an excellent program. They got some explosive athletes and big up front. This ought to be a good one.
Indeed.
And we're lining up for the kickoff. Godby will be set to receive the kickoff. Pine Forest to kick it off. We're going to have a good one here. We're pretty excited about being able to bring this game to you live from Cox Stadium and on FAMU 20. We appreciate you. We have several of our School of Journalism students and former students in different positions around here, sideline reporting, co-hosting here doing this broadcast, and Jefferson Walker, on the almighty camera. it's like the quiet before the storm. After the band kind of got quiet, everybody got quiet and sitting right in front of us. We got Coach Jimbo Fisher, head coach at Texas A&M, here to see his son, and sitting it right here in front of us, and to himself, people letting him watch the game. I know how important that is as a former coach to be able to do that. Fielded by number 3 at the 10. Oh, he broke through the hole. He might go. No. He ran it out, and it's down. A great return on the opening kickoff, which I'm sure actually was not what Pine Forest was hoping to see. That was Jacques Yant, number 3, junior. Big return man for him.
But look for Yant to be a key factor for the Cougar offense.
Yeah, well, he was a key factor on that specialty team, that was for sure. Godby can score from anywhere. They're full of athletes. They can get to where they want to go with a quickness. 2 receivers on the right in the shotgun. There's that bubble screen. Last time we saw them, they were excellent running that. They usually have ability to make that first man miss, and after that, it's to the races. Corey on the field saying something. They lost 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. That pass got there. A little more snap on that ball because they're going to jump that route.
Yeah. And look for their passing game to also be a key factor in today's game, and it should also help them to develop in the run game.
And Godby's has a well-balanced attack. Always look for number 2, Tony Street. You have to know where he is at all time. Second here at Godby, senior running back. 3 straight passes going up top. Had it and dropped it. He had him, and the pass was in his hands. He thought that
gotta make that play.
Everybody was holding their breath, waiting for the 2 arms to go in the air, and he dropped that one.
But a great way by Fisher putting that ball on the money.
It was definitely on the money. Offensive line doing a real good job of pass protection there, giving him time to let that route develop and put it up in the air for him. They was trying to stretch the field early. One thing for sure, they won't try Martin Emerson too much. Number 1, 6'3", 185 cornerback from Pine Forest, already committed to Mississippi State. It's 4th down, Godby going for it. 4 straight passes. Scrambled it out. And Pine Forest takes over in pretty decent position. INSiiGHTS high school game of the week. We're taking a break, but we'll be right back. Crawfordville Lindy's your pregame sponsor for INSiiGHTS game of the week. 2120 Crawfordville Highway. Go by and see them. Check them out. Support those teams. Support those entities that support you. Coming out in the shotgun.
And watch number 28, Lewis, be a key factor for Pine Forest today.
They're going up top. Might not get there. That was read perfectly by Godby. Gonna take a little bit for you to score on Coach Fuller. He's a defensive-minded coach, and they knew that play was coming. That did not fool them at all. They covered that well.
And that's a great way by the safety, doing his job, trusting his men up front, and just playing his responsibility.
Shotgun formation. You got 2 at the bottom of the screen here, still in the cover 2. And that he was stumbling and bumbling, but it looks like he got about 12 yards on it and picked up a first down there. That looked like number 25, Anwar Lewis. He's averaging over 100 yards per game, actually 155 yards a game and 10 yards per carry. That's outstanding. Chains moved on their 49-yard line. Shotgun. This time not as much. It looks like Godby closed that gap.
That's a great way by number 29, setting the edge for the Cougar defense.
Nice size on that offensive line.
Yeah, Coach, those are some big boys.
Yes, indeed. Coach Earl Hankerson would just be going crazy about the size of that offensive line, being a former offensive line coach. There comes the blitz. A drop pass in and out of the hands of number 4. We got 2 people at number 4, Douglas Benjamin Jr. and Vontarius Hill. So both of them play wide receiver. I'd like to thank the Pensacola crew that following us from Pensacola, trying to keep up with the home team. They're Pine Forest Eagles. You got the red and white in the light jerseys.
All right, Cougar fans, let's get behind this defense.
Come the blitz over the top. That wasn't close there.
A great way to get to the quarterback and put pressure on him by the Cougars.
Godby forcing a punt. Godby coaches on the sideline, real animated here.
The Eagles will be running the ball.
Alvin Jones is back deep to return. And, Coach, he's very explosive, very shifty, stays low to the ground. And look for him to be a key factor in today's game.
Okay, Insights High School Game of the Week. We're taking a break, and we'll be right back for Godby's second offensive series.
The Cougars will take on the ball first and 10 at their own 20.
And we're back. We had 4 straight passes last time by Godby's offense. I would look for them to try to put something on the ground, bring those cornerbacks and safeties up some.
Quarterback hands off to the single back.
Yeah, that's Tony Street.
Number 2 to carry.
As a sophomore at Gaston County, he drew a lot of interest from a lot of mid-level Division I schools. It'll be interesting to see how he plays and where he goes. Been a little injury prone since he's come to Godby, a little tougher competition, but still drawing interest.
And, Coach, that's just the wear and tear of the game. But I'm sure the great staff at Godby does a great job of making sure that their players have a great injury and recovery program at Godby.
We picked up 1, I think. It looks like 3rd and 5. I was trying to see how they marked it because he looked like he was trying real hard to extend the ball out with his hand to get it across that line.
Coach, it looks about like 4th and 2.
Yeah, it looks a little short to me, too. That was Alvin Jones, the third, 5'5", 123 pounds on the receiving end. How much of a gamble is it for Godby to go for this 4th and 2 at the 28?
It's a very big gamble. It's a very big gamble, but
that bubble screen and miss.
Quarterback pass is incomplete. Technical number 11, Trevor Wilson.
That looked like that was a catchable ball there. That was Trevor Wilson. As the ball's turned over on downs, Trevor was a little bit of a surprise that he's been at Lincoln, been at Rickards last year, 10th and 11th, 9th grade at Lincoln. We got 7:49 to go. Pine Forest in excellent position. The ball at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Look for number 25, Anwar Lewis.
Pine Forest comes out a little bit off tackle as well.
It was no room in there that time. None. That's I thought number 55 on the tackle, but I don't have a 55 on my roster.
That's Quentin Jones, coach.
Thank you.
AKA Buddha is what they call him at Godby.
His nickname is what?
Buddha.
Okay. Second and 11. He got about 5 of those yards on his own.
And coach, that's just will.
Absolutely.
Just will and keep moving your feet. Taking what the defense gives you and just going upfield.
You got 3rd down and what is that? 6 or 7? 3rd down. I imagine they're pretty much in 4-down territory here. When we did the middle school game Wednesday, everything was 4-down territory, anywhere on the field.
Mm-hmm. Coach, I look for them to try to take a shot and see what they can get.
Quarterback draw design play. 4th down and looks like about 2. Maybe 2.5. No kicker on the field.
Yeah, coach, they haven't sent the PAT unit on the field yet.
Defense has to stand up and support Coach Fuller and the gamble that he made on 4th down here. Need to tighten up. Depends on the mark.
It's very close. He stretched out and he got it, coach.
Official timeout. And INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
We have a timeout on the field. Official timeout for a water break.
Leon County Middle School Football Championships were on. They're on our INSiiGHTS YouTube station. There's some really good young talent coming into the city of Tallahassee. You got Fairview and Swift Creek playing on one, and Deer Lake and Montford on the other. Montford finished undefeated and won their 4th consecutive city championship. Shout out to the Montford moms who texted us and called us and thanked us for covering the game and just showing their appreciation for being able to live stream it and so many family relatives able to see the game. You're more than welcome. That's exactly what we're here for and what we're trying to do. That game is on our YouTube page. Congratulations to all 4 teams and their families. And thank you, Leon County Schools, for allowing us to do it. Ricky Bell. And INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week, and we're back.
5:39 left to go in the first quarter.
That defensive line for Godby has been dominant so far. They've given up yardage begrudgingly. Can he turn the corner?
That's a great block.
He tried to go up the middle. It was closed. He turned and broke it off to the outside, close to a 1st down.
And that's a great job by the defense, just playing their gap responsibility.
That defense has to be able to turn that run in. They can't let him beat them to the corner, because if they do, it's going to be a long night for Godby defense. 5:30 left. 2nd and half a yard. Ball at the 8. He gets a first down. He didn't have much that time, so he just put his head down and ran for a first down.
And against a team like Godby, you just have to do that. You have to run behind your pads and take what you can get.
All right, a little bit of the intimidation factor going on as they get up and a little scrum, everybody talking a little bit to each other. Referees immediately stepped in and separated them.
And, Coach, we expected that. This was going to be a little chippy today.
Oh, yes, we did. You called a defensive struggle. Oh, they shot the gaps in and pushed him outside. That's, as we said earlier, that's going to be a key for them. They were able to get outside. They closed it down in the middle. He turned it around. Somebody's going to have to turn that in. It's going to be a long night for Godby. Makes the score 6-0. Pine Forest ahead here as they come out to do the extra point. One thing we do know, Corey Fuller's going to make an adjustment.
Indeed, Coach.
Good job, Pine Forest, coming out, establishing yourself. Whistles.
We have a flag prior to the start of the play. Defense lined up in the neutral zone.
Defense in the neutral zone. Half the distance to the goal. Now they'll re-kick again from the 2.
Kicking for the number 50, Pensacola Pine.
And it's good. Pine Forest takes the early lead. Dakota Weaver kicks it straight through. 5'7" sophomore. He'll be with them. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be right back for this kickoff. Crawfordville Lindy's for your chicken tenders, for your chicken wings, for your fried chicken, and even fried pork chops. Get it at Crawfordville Lindy's. They do chicken right. Follow INSiiGHTS. Click subscribe on your YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Our website, www.insights.com. INSiiGHTS, 2 I's in the middle. We're back for the kickoff. Pine Forest with a 7-0 lead. 5:04 left in the first quarter.
Yan is back there for the Cougars as well as Jones. And they should be able to get something decent.
Kind of quiet in the stadium right now.
Indeed, Coach, and this is their first time that I can remember them kind of being tested here in Gene Cox Stadium this season.
Ever since Miami Northwestern was here early in a exhibition game, the ball is at the 15. He comes out of there again. Yan has done an excellent job on both kickoff returns that he's had.
Yes, sir, Coach. And one thing I like about Yan, he fields the ball cleanly and he just gets upfield and takes what he can get.
He does. He does. Not a lot of dancing around with him. He's headed north and south. Now to see how Godby answers. That's going to be key.
Quarterback pass is caught by number 4.
That looks like it was for a 4-yard gain over there, Alvin Jones.
Nice gain on the play, brings up
When we saw him play earlier, they were making that first man miss. Pine Forest defense not going to miss many.
Pick up about 4 play, brings up second down
And coach, this game is different without one of their leading receivers, number 11, Trevor Wilson. He's out on the sideline, coach not dressed for tonight's game.
Off the shoulder pad.
Number 8. Gonna bring up third down.
Why is Trevor not playing? Do you have any information on that?
Well, coach, I saw them play Saturday, and he did leave the game early in the third quarter. I believe it's still a leg injury that he had suffered. Probably around this time, early hamstring issues.
We had a receiver lean just a little bit over there right in front of Pine Forest bench. Coach McDonald was right on top of it. Just helping the referee just in case he had blinked and didn't see it.
We're going to back it up and replay third down. That will bring up third down.
Replaying is 3rd and 11. Godby hadn't gotten untracked yet. Number of drops, though. Down the field there. Nice catch. Nice catch on the finger to Alvin Jones has become he's the go-to man now for Trey.
Yes, sir.
First down, Cougar.
And coach, look for Godby to take their chances down the field as well.
Okay.
First 15.
Alvin and Trey, both juniors.
35-yard line of the Eagles.
They have another year to
sir.
play together. Late substitution here.
Quarterback hands it off.
An official timeout. Now he starts the clock back. That was interesting.
Nice game by number 2.
Tony Street getting the tough yards. You have to kind of keep eye on Tony because he'll pop one of those.
Yes, sir. And that's what makes a great running back, just patience over the course of the game, allowing him to maybe break one open late in the game.
Godby came out in the first series through 4 straight times. After the big play over there to Alvin Jones III, they've run the last 2 to Tony. They're mixing it up a little bit. Trying to make that defensive line from Pine Forest move a little bit, running them from right to left, hoping to wear them down.
And, coach, when you wear them down, that's usually when you take that shot.
Exactly. Boy, that's a mom down here behind us. She is screaming. A little tussle going down here. Godby's 13 with Mako Arzo and number 1, Martin Emerson, the all-world cornerback going to Mississippi State. They move Alvin Jones. They put him in motion, took him away from Martin Emerson's side. Oh, they were looking for a call then, but it wasn't one. Incomplete. 4th down play. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week will be right back. INSiiGHTS would like to thank our underwriters. We'll do it on the next break. But they grabbed him with one hand and brought him down. Snatched him.
And, Coach, I look for Cortez Andrews to have a big game. He's the tone and the heartbeat of this defense, being the middle linebacker. So I look for him to be their emotional leader and for him to rally up the troops.
They're going to need to rally the troops. They cannot afford to let Pine Forest have another sustained drive. That time they strung it out, didn't let him turn the corner. So we got 3rd down and about 9. Be a good place for Godby to take a stand.
In need, Coach, but they have to play discipline football. Excuse me.
Uh-oh. That's a good tackle there. That's Godby, number 33. Jaquan Peterson, senior, 5'9", 177. He smelled that one out. Made a good tackle, brought the quarterback down. Back in punt formation. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
Number 4, Alvin Jones is back to return.
And he popped that, and he did. If he gets to the wall, needs another block, and he goes across field. And another good move. You called him, Alvin Jones, down to the 8. This has been a breakout game for him in this first quarter.
Jones is definitely locked in for this game.
Got locked in. We got that one on replay. There we go. Broke through that first wave. He turned the corner, pure speed. His blockers were looking for a head to hit. There he is, cuts back, and then he's going to make a nice move. Good play. Alvin Jones. Junior. Get them college coaches interested in you. Left side of the field, we got 2 wide receivers. Move the safety over on that side. Gone with a bigger back this time in the middle there. Tyreek Paramore, 6 foot, 175 junior. Corey's looking to pound it inside a little bit.
Yes, sir. Looking to play a power offense.
Same thing all the way through. Touchdown, Godby. Thanks to Alvin Jones III. Put him in excellent field position. Powered by 2 straight runs in the middle.
And a great job by number 28, just getting low, running beyond his pads, and trusting his offensive lineman.
Exactly. 26.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Lining up for the extra point. We know that these extra points are big in these games. And it's good. 7-7. We're getting ready to have the kickoff here. But it's 7-7 INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll wait on this kickoff, but we'll be back. INSiiGHTS would like to thank our underwriters, Wooded Foundation of Miami, Crawfordville Lindy's, Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, Import Authority, Data Set Ready, Cumulus Radio, Lowry Masonry and Construction, Events by B, Studio 13, INSiiGHTS.com, Leon County Sheriff's Department, and Sheriff Walt McNeil, Northside Kiwanis. Thanks for our underwriters. We appreciate you. Special thanks, School of Journalism, FAMU 20. We appreciate you, Ernest Jones. We appreciate FAMU 20 showing us on your television. Thank you. And we're lining up for the kickoff. Yeah, we thought that this would be a good one.
Indeed, Coach.
We have not been disappointed. Still have time to come over. If you're not watching us, you can come over and watch the game here. Sun has gone down. A lot of height on that kickoff. Ooh, it's up the middle there. And he just broke it.
Coach, he cut back.
He just broke it. He had a wall in the middle. That's where everybody had lined up. And we were just waiting for him to get there, and he got there.
Yes, sir.
INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be right back as Pine Forest gets ready to come on the field. Follow our games on WCTV2 for replays. Go to INSiiGHTS.com for more information on stories and pictures of the games that we cover. Studio 13, when you need a place to be, your place. Studio 13 Solutions, 850-999-2870.
That was an excellent return.
We both had the same thought. Put him in good position, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
He turned that corner. Well, he turned it back there, though. All righty.
Nice run by number 25. Short game. And that's the end of the first quarter, folks.
And that's the end of the quarter. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week will be back to get that second quarter to you. The Dr. Arthur Woodard Academic Student of the Game. It's the only award that we give on our television broadcast. It's for the student with the highest grade point average and community involvement. Tonight's winners, number 81, Kamari Young from Godby. 3.41 grade point average, plays tight end, 6'3", 230. Kamari Young, congratulations for your outstanding academic and athletic contributions. He joins Javon Solomon, who won it earlier for Godby, a senior with a 3.73, 4 years at Godby. He's a wrestler, weightlifter, and football. Congratulations to our Dr. Arthur Award winners, sponsored by the Woodard Foundation of Miami, Florida, and Wendy's of Tallahassee. Coupons and shirts will be available to our winners. Thanks to Wendy's, we appreciate your support. Wendy's. And we're back. Second down. A fumble. Never. Oh, this will be a big loss. This will be a big loss.
A great way to pursue that loose ball play by Kyle Lane.
See where they mark this. This might be a 20-yard loss. Close. Third down. Got to be alternating those defensive linemen in there.
Yes, sir, Coach. You got to keep them fresh because this is going to be a barn burner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Knuckles on the turf. Same play we just had an error with. Quarterback kept that one. He just got all that yardage back.
All of it.
That read option, he kept that one. First down. Show you how intimidated they were with that where they were on the field.
First and 10 Eagles, the ball will be placed at the 30-yard line of the Cougars.
Pine Forest isn't going anywhere.
No, sir, they're not. This is going to be a classic, Coach, based off of what happened last year. I wouldn't expect them to go anywhere.
Corner. This is State of Florida High School playoff competition. This is what you'll see in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. And it's a great test for both schools as we go forward in this football season.
And for different reasons. One of the things about Pine Forest, they're on the road playing a quality opponent, which is completely different from being at home. If you can get your team used to playing on the road, especially 200 miles away, being at home ought to be a cakewalk. He kept it again. They're marching down the field now with
First down,
hunks.
the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line of the Cougars.
It's going to be down on the 2.
And Coach, he's just playing with no fear. That makes a big difference on the road.
Yeah, they ran the first quarter making a pitch out of it. He's faked that pitch now and kept each one of them this quarter.
Yes, sir. And that's a great job of him just reading the defensive end.
Two receivers down here on our side, the bottom of the screen. Blitz coming. He turned that. Oh, he ran him down. Excellent defensive pursuit then by Godby.
And on the tackle is number 10, Cortez Andrews. Bring up a second and go.
Yeah, Cortez Andrews, a senior, 6'2", safety, 217. He ran him down. He has some speed. Second down on the 2. Can the Godby defense hold? That ball bounced, they picked it up, ran in, untouched.
And that's Lewis just finding the end zone.
Finding the end zone. Doesn't look like he had much trouble finding it that time, surprisingly.
No, sir.
He turned that corner. And lining up for the extra point with a score of 13-7. Pine Forest leading Godby by 1. Extra point to come. Snap is up. Snap is good, and it's up, and it's good. 14-7. And this is INSiiGHTS. We'll be back. We won't miss a play. Jimmy Saw's Leadership Academy focuses on providing a seminar for high school student athletes about topics concerning leadership, domestic abuse, interviewing techniques, social media, law enforcement, and more. Our next Leadership Academy will be at Godby High School. Thanks Florida High for having us last month. Special sponsors, Leon County Sheriff Walt McNeil, Northside Kiwanis, Cumulus Radio, and Crawfordville Lindy's. Mac Clayton Memorial Basketball Tournament, November 23rd and 24th, Daytona Beach. That Friday and Saturday got 8 teams, 4 boys, 4 girls. We got 2 sessions on Friday, 2 sessions on Saturdays. Meet us to have fun in the sun. And we're back for the kickoff.
Kicking off for the Eagles, once again, is number 50.
How they still gonna kick this ball all the way down? Alvin Jones is salivating back there.
Just as I expected, they swift kicked the coach, and he picked it up off the bounce.
Still a decent return, out to about 35 maybe. Yeah, that time the return was, yep. Pine Forest has responded every time Godby has done something. That 7-point lead is important to them.
Yes, sir.
Godby has to match them.
Have to. And this is just going to be just like a chess match between the two teams.
Threw it behind him.
That pass is incomplete. Intended for number 4, Alvin Jones.
Alvin Jones going across the middle. The timing was off just a little bit on that one. That was getting ready to be a big play as he ran that slant.
Tony Street.
Oh,
Here goes Street, coach.
Got outside.
Tony's he's responding to the challenge by Pine Forest from Anwar Lewis. They want to decide and show who's the best running back.
He's doing a great job of responding to that challenge, Coach.
Yeah, on that replay, you see that he breaks a couple tackles and keeps it going. He got very quick-footed, quick feet.
Street once again up the middle.
Not much up the middle that time.
Picked up about 2 on the play. You got to bring up second down.
One thing I like about Street, Coach, he's very patient, as we saw on the last couple plays.
Pick up a 1. Brings up second down and 9.
Second down and 9. Nice pass. And fighting for every yard.
Reception is caught by number 13, Montoya Arthur.
Godby marching now.
Third down and 1.
Yes, Coach, they're putting something together.
Tipped through there that time. Didn't really put his head down and run that time.
Yeah, Coach. When you get that handoff, Coach, you just got to go.
You're exactly right.
Take what you can get up field.
There's INSiiGHTS, junior running back, 6'1", good size running back. Could have put his head down a little bit harder. Ran straight up and down, standing tall. Godby to the line quickly.
Yeah, he's up the middle.
Same play. This time he ran it a lot harder. Ran the daylight a little bit, put his head down. Looks like he should have enough for it.
We have an official timeout on the field for a measurement.
An official's timeout. They're going to take a measurement. And as they that looks like a first down where they marked that one at.
It does, Coach.
It's funny, both teams pointing in their direction. You got Jefferson Walker. He's never wrong. He's saying first down by 1.5 feet.
See where they spotting, Coach.
First down,
Godby.
8:04 left to go in the half. The Cougars are looking to put 6 on the floor. With your help, they can do it. Let's make some noise, Cougar fans.
It's a slugfest.
Indeed, but both teams are just locked in. That's what makes great football.
They got Pine Forest is their defense is fighting for their life. They're just trying to think if they can get one stop that their offense has been able to score and move the ball. Yant that time went off to the right, wasn't a hole there, saw a hole to the left, ran the daylight, put his head down, and picked up 4 hard yards that time. INSiiGHTS, he's in that junior class of skill position players for Godby.
What a class it is, Coach.
What a class. Offensive line move.
We have a penalty flag prior to the start of the play.
INSiiGHTS went right over and just kind of patted him on the head, told him don't worry about it.
And, Coach, that's great leadership from the running back, trusting his lineman and say, look, man, we got this. Let's go. And it does a lot for the chemistry of that player.
You were a running back, Coach? I mean, Joshua?
Coach, I was a running back.
Okay. Oh. Right in the hands. Well, that would have been 6 the other way. Nolan Rigby dropped it. It was in his hands. 6 foot, 185 senior linebacker. Trey doesn't usually make many mistakes.
Bring up third down and 11.
Third down and 11. Top of the screen.
Quarterback pass caught by
Oh, and he got crunched.
Absolutely no breathing room.
Oh, Wyatt Gill hit him 6'2", 180. He came across the middle, and that's where his movement stopped. He got a depleter. Fourth and 11.
And they look like they're going to go for it, Coach, instead of sitting on the field goal unit.
This will be a big stop for Pine Forest. Godby trying to keep pace with Pine Forest up and down this field. Comes the blitz.
Jones. Well, if you're going to go for it, Coach, you might as well put the ball in Jones's hand.
Especially today, he's been pretty much unstoppable. This is the way we saw him play earlier. And water break timeout. I think I got I'm going to take me a Wendy's break. All right, this is INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be right back. Next live stream will be next Friday. Jacksonville Reigns at Lincoln High School. Bring a lawn chair. If Reigns bands come, ooh, it's going to be ugly in there. 7 o'clock at Lincoln High School. Lincoln High School and Duval. Lindy's in Crawfordville does chicken right. The official chicken sponsor for INSiiGHTS. Lindy's in Crawfordville. Crawfordville Lindy's. And we're back. Man, this is everything we were hoping it would be.
Indeed, Coach.
1st and 10 from the 24. Trey back.
Quarterback pitch, drop back pass. He throws it away.
That's a great job by Fisher being aware of what's going on around him and just throwing away the ball instead of taking the costly sack.
Yeah, if it had hung in the air 1.5 seconds longer, they'd been going the other way with it. He's a heady quarterback.
Yes, sir.
He had moved to Texas, I understand, with his dad. Too much about being Coach Fisher's son. A little high. Oh.
Great job of it.
Oh, ball comes out in the end zone. It's a scrum.
And we have a touchback.
And it's a touchback.
And, Coach, on my list, one of the key factors for winning this game, Coach, was ball security.
Yeah, we got that replay. There he is right across the middle, fighting for extra yardage. Ball pops out, goes in the end zone. At a critical time, we had that turnover. The INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll take a break, but we will be back. Special shout out, Northside Kiwanis, Leon County Sheriff, Walt McDeal, sponsors for the Jimmy Saul Leadership Academy, working with the student athletes at the various high schools, bringing them extra tools to help them develop fully as students and citizens of Leon County. Ooh. Godby defense playing a little fired up right now. They're getting ready to be tested because they cannot afford to let Pine Forest have a sustained drive.
Yeah, Coach, they have to show up right here, especially late in this quarter, getting ready to go into the half.
The Pine Forest offensive line is showing their dominance here. They're starting to wear Godby's defense down.
Second down and 7.
There's a hole there, pop right through it. Should be a first down.
And the runner picks up a first down.
Now they want to get an extended drive now, give their defense a chance to rest. Godby kept the Pine Forest defense on the field for a long time there for that drive. The drive that netted them 0 points.
The Pine Forest got that first down.
They're running right up the middle. There's a flag there.
And the crowd is
2 flags.
yelling for a call.
So we have a penalty flag during the play. Holding on the offense.
We've seen them backed up before with a second and about 30. And they broke off a 35-yard play. That does not intimidate Pine Forest at all. They just go back to work and keep doing what they do.
That penalty holding against the offense has been declined. The big loss on the play. They back him up. It brings up second down.
Play denied.
15.
2nd and 15, Coach.
Okay. Coach was more concerned about that down marker being moved than the ball being moved.
Mm-hmm.
Good size on these skill positions, these wide receivers for Pine Forest.
Yes, sir. They definitely come in well.
Quarterback hands off his single back.
That's a great response by the defense.
It was. The referee put his hand on his pocket like he was gonna pull his flag. They're over there discussing it. They didn't call anything, but they're talking to the defensive players from Godby. Got 3rd down now. 15. Four wide.
3rd down and 16. All right, Cougar fans, let's get behind this defense. We need to stop.
Lot of conversation between the cornerbacks back here for Godby.
Yes, sir. And they got twins on both sides.
Player needs your quarterback.
They're bringing 2 extra.
The pass is caught by number 7.
If he breaks it,
Oh. And see, a play like that results in the defensive player just trying to tackle too high.
right? It looked like an offensive set we've seen run by Godby a lot. And their philosophy is both the same. They have outstanding wide receivers, and they're hoping to be able to make that first person miss. And then they just turn into a track meet.
Yes, sir.
Godby blitzed, but the offensive line from Pine Forest did a real good job in terms of picking it up.
First and 10. Ball on place taking 37-yard line of the Cougars.
Uh-oh, this is a lateral.
Green pass. Short game on play.
That's always a little dangerous, both offensively and defensively. When you make that pass, holding call,
Yes, sir.
in a backwards motion, if it's behind the quarterback, it's a lateral.
Yes, sir.
Which means on the defensive end, you have to be careful about another pass down the field. It didn't fool Godby. They didn't look like they were going to pass it. But let's see what happens as the game develops if that's a play that they're setting up for another one. This time, Godby moves them back. But as we told you earlier, calls against Pine Forest and making it second and third and long doesn't seem to deter them.
No, sir. It just gives them another opportunity to try to execute what they were going to do.
And we got a timeout here. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week taking a timeout just as well. The Matt Clayton Memorial Basketball Tournament, November 23rd and 24th, Friday and Saturday in Daytona Beach. We got 8 teams playing, 4 boys, 4 girls. Friday has 2 sessions, Saturday 2 sessions, 1 o'clock. We got DME 1 and DME 2 playing on the boys' side, 3 o'clock, Frost Proof. We have them playing. They're against Florida High. Florida High girls. Session 2, we have Godby girls playing DME girls. Lyman High School boys playing Thomasville High. That's at 8 o'clock. Thomasville High, defending state champions from Georgia. Graduated one outstanding senior, bringing in a highly touted class of 4 freshmen that they say going to be pretty doggone good. But follow us to Daytona. Fun in the sun in Daytona. Come down, Matt Clayton Memorial Basketball Tournament.
The Eagles have the ball first and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Cougars. First and 20.
I was going to say the announcer called the first and 10, but it's first and 20. Let's see how much of a deterrent this is. Here comes the blitz.
A blitz right there.
Quarterback with the keeper, and he's hit immediately.
A little extracurricular here again. And 2 linemen that kind of get it
Quentin
too.
Jones and number 73 from Pine Forest.
Oh, they were both trying to body slam each other, but it didn't work. Neither one went down. Both of them good-sized fellas. That was 77. Travis Collette, sophomore, 6'1", 340. Woo! Oh. A lot of spaghetti on that plate at dinner time. Blitz coming. Oh! He didn't see that one. He didn't see that one.
Leading the way is number 29, Tyler Lane.
Yeah, I thought that was Tyler Lane.
And they need that a little bit more from Tyler.
6'3", 227. His brother was Trey Lane. I think he was at South Florida. He never saw him coming. The blitz got to him that time. They smashed him. Okay.
And, Coach, look for him to be a key factor as this game dwells in the later stages.
Well, he was drawing a lot of attention early.
Yes, sir.
They went to sleep on him that time. We got a timeout by Godby. And INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week will be back. Again, congratulations to the middle school championships game that was played earlier this week. Congratulations to all 4 middle schools, Fairview, Swift Creek, Deer Lake, and Montford. Montford 4 years in a row. City champions. They were undefeated. Again, special thanks to the Montford moms who reached out to us and gave us a shout out. We appreciate you. We had several schools that did respond to us where they had students that won the Dr. Arthur Woodard Academic Student of the Award. They will be invited to our end of the year banquet that we will have for our telecast, which will feature the high school students who won that on our weekly telecast. We're going to have the middle school academic kids with them. We want them to strive to be excellent on and off the court. You'll hear from us.
Quarterback hands it off to the single back. And he's hit immediately.
That's Andrews.
Leading the way is number 10.
Now that's Godby, Cortez Andrews, free safety, 6'2", free safety.
Cortez Andrews.
Coach, he's locked in, so I expect the rest of this defense to hop on the same note that he's on.
Exactly.
Another timeout on the field.
We got another timeout by Godby. 1 minute, 52 seconds left in the half. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be back. Our next live telecast will be next Friday. Next Friday, and we will be in Lincoln Field when Rains comes over from Duval. Our Jacksonville Rain fans that are students here, you can come out and see your classmates play. Everybody from Tallahassee supporting Lincoln. You need to be there. You know, that Lincoln Field is small, so you better be in there quick because it's going to be a good one next Friday night.
Back to return is number 4, Alvin Jones. Coach, what do you expect from him on this one?
That's going to be interesting to see how they kick this one. He gets to this corner.
Oh, Coach,
There,
he
you
has
just
daylight.
called it. And there it is. He's in there. Touchdown. There it is. I looked on the field to see if there's any laundry on the field. You called that one, Joshua.
Yes, sir.
He broke that one and kept going. Long kick. It was covered well. He stepped in the gap there, went to the left, and that was it. Nice block. He's about to make a move, change his mind, and say, I don't think he could beat me there. And he outran him. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Coach, that's just pure track speed kills. And Alvin Jones did a great job of returning that punt and getting it upfield.
Alvin Jones doing something there, boy. We can watch that replay. I'm glad we had it to be able to sit over here and look at it again and show it to you. Nothing takes the air out of a big touchdown than a missed extra point. It's 14-13. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be back for the kickoff. Well, Alvin Jones is turning this into his own personal coming out party. They can't contain him on. He'll get his scholarship just on special teams play. Kick return specialist. Studio 13. 850-999-2870. Have your graduation event there. Not many family reunions this time. Better reserve your spot for next year. Sweet 16 party. Stay tuned for more information about our upcoming wine tasting and barbecue. Studio 13. And here we go, 14-13. We said in the first quarter that missed extra points, play a big role in these games.
Indeed, Coach, we did. Can't afford that right now.
Cannot. And short kick. Not bad position there, 1:28 left. Ball's on the 37. That's enough time for them to try to do a little bit with it. What are you expecting?
Coach, I expect Pine Forest to try to get a score before the end of the half. Maybe a little bit of the read option as well. And then, if it's not there, try to get something downfield.
Oh, that play has been successful for them.
You know, Coach, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And this guy,
And then
he
came
is
right back
fast
and
as
scored.
daylight.
Came right back and scored. Came right back and scored. Show you how intimidated they were. They've been running that bubble screen, and they've been able to get open on it. They run the same thing Godby does. He stepped back. This time he had two blockers in front of him. And he popped it right down the sideline. The rest of it was a track meet. That was a touchdown if they were playing flag football. He came clear about the 25 or the 30. Thanks for that instant replay. ESPN can't do it any better than what Jeff Walker does. And it's good. Pensacola has responded to every challenge and threat that Godby has done. All right, now let's see what happens this way.
And, Coach, it's a 1 minute and 14 seconds left in this first half. Coach, I expect Godby to try to go down and match what just happened.
Well, that Alvin Jones he's special. And we're getting ready to see something now. We wondered if it was enough time for them to score. It took all of about 12 seconds. It took about 12 seconds. It's now 21-13, 1:14 left to get to halftime. This should be an interesting one here. They should be trying to kick the ball away from Alvin. But I don't see Alvin out there.
Because that's Yant and number 14, Knight.
Left to go in the half. At this time,
and I wonder, Coach, is he going to kick it deep or is he going to swib it?
Dakota Weaver with those lime green shoes, shining brightly in the night. Must have offsides. Pine Forest probably didn't need to give him 5 more yards on that in terms of field position.
Prior to the kick. Offside on the kick team.
Backs it up to the 35.
Again, we like to drive with white for your kick.
They lined up here on the 25. One thing we know, there's ample time on that clock. At the way these two teams are going, we can get 2 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
You need to tell your friends they need to tune in, catch this one. This is a good one here. He's going to get a head full of steam. If he pops it, good position.
Still
right
a
here
great
at the
job
50.
of Yant getting something over on the positive yards.
We got a hold on the play. Get ready to push it back.
On the return.
Coach, that's what kills drives.
It sure does.
That penalty will go against your guy.
That's going to back it up a lot. They went from getting the ball at the near 50-yard line. Penalty occurred at the 35. They're marking it off. It's back to the 25. Godby has 75 yards to go. I wouldn't put it past them. This is the stuff that legends are made of. Thank you, those of you who've turned in even on YouTube and on television. FAMU 20. Godby used 2 timeouts earlier, so they're going to have to get to the line quick.
Yes, sir, Coach.
5 seconds.
I expect them to go with a no-huddle offense and trying to get at least in field goal range, if not try to get a touchdown. But they got to hurry.
Almost a pick. They're going to have to take a shot at some point. 10-yard out won't help them much. 43 seconds left at half. Four wides. Almost snapped that over his head. Across the middle. 36 seconds.
And that should be able to stop the clock, Coach. There he is again, Coach Jones.
Godby gets up to the line. They're waiting on the referee. And spikes the ball. Coach Fuller had told them from the sideline before they even lined up to spike it. 32.6 seconds. They still haven't made up the yardage from the initial ball of possession on the kickoff return when they had the ball at the 50. What they're doing now is making up the yards that they lost on the penalty on the kick return. 51 yards to go. Wow. It came clean over there, Pine Forest did that time.
Oh, yeah, they
Put
came
that
with a
pressure
short
on.
package.
Gotta bring up third down.
Alvin Jones down the field. He running deep. .28 seconds. Third down. 10 to go. Uh-oh.
Pass starts before Alvin Jones. The runner.
He's got a first down, though.
First down.
Got a first down.
It should be able to stop the clock, Coach.
Yes, 17.4.
Let's stop the clock momentarily. First and 10, Cougars. 17.4 seconds.
And I wonder right here, do they take that shot right now?
They're probably going to spike it now. .15 seconds left. They may have time for 2 plays.
Gotta bring up second down.
Godby has 1 timeout left.
Second and 10 for the Cougars. The ball is placed at 44 yards.
And Coach, they got to be quick with these 2 plays if they're trying to get it in.
Run to the sideline, get out. 11 seconds left. They're being very, very proficient.
About 1.
Thank you.
11.3 seconds left to go in the half.
Godby lining up. I have no idea how much range their kicker has.
High snap.
Then a hit.
Oh.
That pass coming out the hand of the intended receiver, number 14, 9. Gonna bring up fourth down.
That was almost a on Saturday catch.
Oh, yes, Coach.
How much time we have? 6.2.
We have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Pine Forest 8.
Got a timeout. Pine Forest, Insights High School Game of the Week. We'll take a break to wrap this halftime up.
At halftime, don't forget to visit our concession stand, sponsored by the quarterback club. There you can purchase all of your snacks.
You got a Wendy's timeout here. Timeout by Wendy's.
Please visit our concession stand.
I like to get me a double. On a good day, a triple. Wendy's. Proud sponsor for the Dr. Woodard Academic Student of the Game Award. Stressing the academic side of these student athletes.
INSiiGHTS, 2 eyes in the middle.
Follow us at Insights on our YouTube page. It's free.
Fourth down, less than 1. 6.2 seconds left to go. Get your pass is caught. And the runner picks up the first down.
First down.
2.5 seconds left to go before the half.
So they're going to try a field goal now, Coach?
Yes, sir. It looks like they're sitting on.
That's going to be 45 yards. It would make up for that missed
8.
extra point.
Number 87, Morgan.
Now we took a timeout. Weaver Godby used that last one.
And see, Coach, you have to think that's a little bit of gamesmanship, just trying to see what that Pine Forest defense is going to line up in.
So what does that tell him? Taking that, I mean.
It either shows him, look, we could have run a trick play, or look, we may needed that timeout to rethink what we're getting ready to do.
Okay. Okay. Now, he has a good leg on him. We've seen that. The extra point he missed came from a mishandle on the snap. This will be interesting. This is what you got, another timeout?
The Eagles called a timeout.
Now, that's the gamesmanship timeout. Trying to chill him like free throw in basketball.
But you see Morgan just composed and relaxed on the sideline, locking in to what he has to do.
Exactly. Boy, the chess match here. Godby lined up already and ready to go. Pine Forest trying to make him a little nervous and anxious there. It's a scholarship earning kick here. Wow. It looked long enough, didn't it?
Yes, sir. He definitely has a leg on him.
That's INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. And we're at halftime. Do we have Vicky? I see her walking towards somebody.
At the half, your score is Pensacola Pine Forest 21. Godby High School 13.
She didn't. Okay, Jeff, I think she's ready. Okay, Vicky, if you hear us, it's on you.
How do you feel about the game so far?
Like I said, we got to do better on special teams. Offense is playing good, defense playing good. Right now, we got to clean it up on special teams.
Any key players that we should be on the outlook for?
I mean, we both got good players. It's just who's going to execute in the second half. And we just got to come out and play in the second half.
In the second half, are you going to make any adjustments on the field?
Oh, yeah, we'll always make adjustments at halftime, especially, like I said, on special teams. Special teams, the only thing that's hurt us right now, so we're going to go talk about that and hopefully get that fixed and come out for the second half.
Thank you so much. Back to you in the booth.
Oh, that was a pretty good interview there. That's a pretty good interview. The same thing there, Coach, that you didn't expect, Josh?
No, sir. He didn't say anything I didn't expect, but I know he will make the necessary adjustments that good teams do and also look at his special teams because this is what this game may come down to in the second half.
All right, this is INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be back for the kickoff to start the second half.
as we prepare to watch the second half of the game. I'd just like to update you on some other local area games, high school games. Just to update you on some other area high school games. Lincoln versus Escambia in the first quarter. Lincoln leads 7-0. And a game, Jefferson County versus North Florida Christian. They are tied in the second quarter, 7-7. The game, Academy versus Osceola Christian. Osceola is leading at the half, 33-0. In the game, Rivers versus Rains. Rains lead 40-0 in the second quarter. If you are in need of medical home health care, please visit Bond Community Health Center for all your health care needs. They are your health center for life.
What if your money was invested in your community? At INSiiGHTS Credit Union, we believe in our schools. We believe in investing resources in those that deserve it the most. INSiiGHTS Credit Union, where you bank matters.
Let Superlube help extend the life of your vehicle with oil changes and preventative maintenance. Superlube, it's quick and convenient, and you never need an appointment. Superlube, with 19 area locations, there's always one right near you.
Hello, and welcome to Gamecock Stadium in Hurley, Roseville. For 50 years, this facility has served as the home
All right, go ahead, Josh.
Coach Fuller, talk to me about the first half.
Too many mistakes by our kids, self-inflicted wounds. I told everybody this was going to be a good game. They was up on us last year at halftime, too. You just got to come out and finish and do the right thing. We'll be all right.
Coach, you're down by 8. What are some of the things that you're looking to adjust?
Just fix our problems, fix our mixed tactics, we'll be fine.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you at the booth.
Thank you. He doesn't seem too worried about it, does he?
No, sir.
As the coach, that's one of the things you want to do is you got to portray that confidence and let the guys know they can do it. You know, like Corey said, they were down halftime last year. That's a key fact. Okay, come on back up to the booth. We need you.
Exploring new opportunities today. Career Pathways. To learn more, call us or visit mycareerpathways.org.
All right, we're ready to go. Man, we've had our first half that was everything we could have hoped for in terms of exciting plays, turnovers, good hits on defense. You know, we knew this as we researched Pine Forest that this was going to be a dogfight. These are kind of games that Godby looks for. They want to be challenged. Corey wants them ready for the state playoff. This is a state playoff caliber game here. We're looking forward to the kickoff to start the second half. In fact, we got 45 seconds to go, and it'll be on and popping. Thank you to the listeners that we have on FAMU 20. Those on the live stream at our website and our YouTube page from Pensacola and all spots in between. Those that are outside of the state of Florida that are looking in at football at its best in the state of Florida. You're looking at two of the better programs, two of the better teams in the state of Florida. A lot of recruiting going on, college coaches everywhere. Kicker got ready to kick that field goal. Man, Coach Fisher stood up. He was watching that one. I told you it was a kick for a scholarship. That might have been what he got him at Texas A&M on that one. They reset the clock to 3 minutes. They do that a lot. They run the clock down, gets to 0, they put some more time on it. Should be a good one here. There's one touchdown separation. That can come down to the last possession or whoever has the ball last. We see the first female AD in Leon County, Jackie Burkett. She's down there on the field, looks like taking pictures with the dance team or cheerleaders. She's active with her teams. A lot of the ADs in the county are really active, involved. They know all the kids, know the programs. They're active and involved. Godby gets a hand as they come back. They line up on the field. And we're down at 1:55 to play. Pine Forest on the field and ready to get it. Nice day for football. Evening, sundown, cooled off. Got outside of that 85-degree Florida sun. Exciting day. If you're a high school football fan, this would be the type of game you'd want to see. INSiiGHTS always was intended to bring the high school athletes to you so that you get a chance to know who they were, to allow them to have an audience, to give them experience in front of television camera, be able to be interviewed, bring exposure to them. They got an interest in a particular college. All they have to do is get a copy of that link, send it to the college they're interested in. There's no charge to see any of the INSiiGHTS games, television or YouTube, no charge. We want to do something to enhance the community. So support those sponsors that support us. Let them know that you appreciate them doing this so we can continue to bring these games to you. Links, hits make a difference. And INSiiGHTS back for the second half with a kickoff. That move didn't get him where he wanted to go. Good special teams play by Godby.
No, sir, it didn't.
Ball down on the 15.
And coach is 0-0.
0-0
in the second half.
I thought it was key that coach said they were down the second half in Pensacola.
Yes, sir. It was very key, and he seemed very loose and relaxed and calm.
He did. And that from Corey, who we all know, Corey's really emotional. His team is kind of exuding his attitude right now. Kind of a quiet confidence about him. Godby High, undefeated 7-0. This side of the field, side of the stadium should be packed with support. Nothing there. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag. Oh. Helmet off from Godby running back. From Pine Forest running back. They're pointing at this against Godby.
So he has to go out of play.
Both teams. Which negates it. That Jeff Walker, he's on it.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against Godby.
They just threw him out.
That penalty went against the Cougars.
And Coach Fuller is letting his senior captain have it.
He didn't just get ejected, did he? Quentin Jones? Couldn't be offsetting, and they took 15 yards off against Godby. First and 10 from the 30.
The Eagles have the ball at their 30-yard line.
A little confusion on that one. Because Quentin Jones had anchored the middle of that defense. Quentin was bringing the hammer to him. If he's out, they're going to have to team tackle a lot because he was plugging the middle of that defense up by himself. Pine Forest has slowed this game down a lot.
Oh, yeah, Coach. They have adjusted this game to their tempo and have dictated the pace thus far.
Quarterback screen pass.
Good run down.
Number 7. Short game on play that'll bring up third down.
That's the play that we made note of in the first half, that they threw the ball behind the line of the scrimmage, that we thought they were setting up another pass. Slow tempo to snap. Pine Forest trying to let that clock move.
Yes, sir.
Third down and 3. All right, Cougar fans, let's get behind this defense. Third down and 3. The runner.
Good individual effort.
Good pursuit by Andrews. and wait for his teammates to also be there with him and make that tackle. And Coach, you notice they have gone into man coverage a little bit.
I'm sorry?
They have gone into man coverage, the defense.
Jeff Walker was making that comment as well.
They'll line up in a 4-3 cover 2. For this 4th down. And this is very big for them, Coach, right here. This could change the whole game.
That's Alvin there, isn't it? Yep. Oh.
He's still going.
Still going.
Nice return by number 4, Alvin Jones. Let's make some noise, Cougar fans.
It's Alvin Jones night. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll come back.
It'll be 1st and 10 Cougars.
Next live stream, next Friday, Jacksonville Reigns at Lincoln High School. Bring a lawn chair. Not many seats over there. Game is at 7 o'clock. You need to be in there by 6:30, 6 o'clock. Lindy's, Crawfordville Lindy's, official fried chicken of INSiiGHTS, where they do chicken right.
All right, Cougar fans, let's get behind this offense. Let's make some noise, Cougar fans.
Trey Fisher in the shotgun.
Trey Fisher, your quarterback.
Going up top. Looking for Alvin Jones.
And he overthrows the intended receiver, number 4, Alvin Jones.
You got to stretch the field sometimes. That's okay. 2nd and 10. I'm taking Alvin out now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice hit.
It's a great job meeting him at in the hole. Great job by that defensive end for Pine Forest.
I'd much rather see him hit up the middle. Need Tony Street running that ball wide. Yeah, that was Ryan Kirby who ran wide that time. Players in and out a little bit. Some of them look confused. 7 seconds. Yeah, the wide receivers still aligning themselves. Confusion on setting this one up. Oh. Jaquez Yant.
Yeah. And Coach, I had him listed as one of my game changers coming into today's game.
You know what? I need you to give me that information before the game rather than after you make a 30-yard play and then claim like he was one of yours.
Quarterback hands it off. Short gain on play.
Godby with a lot of energy coming out at halftime, both offensively and defensively. And you were wondering about 55, or we were wondering, there he goes into the game, Quentin. Quentin Jones.
Quarterback hands off number 35, Mark. Up to the middle he goes. That'll bring up 3rd down.
And Coach Martin, he's a different type of back. He's very shifty. I've seen him in some of the games as I was covering the Cougars earlier this year.
Okay. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. 4-down territory. Will they kick a field goal? Uh-oh. Out of the end zone. Corner play kept him from getting to that spot. Okay, we're going to see in a minute, I suspect. All right, you could hear him yelling, field goal, but I don't think that's what's in Coach Fuller's mind. I think he's going for this one.
bring up 4th down and about 7 for the Cougars.
Your coach, he looked like he's going for it.
The Cougars are going for it.
Yeah, well, that Pine Forest defense is no joke. Let's see what Godby has dialed up. Somebody they're calling offsides on illegal procedure, Godby.
Well, coach, he may change his mind and just take the points now.
Well, they had a 4th and 7 or 6 down here to open the game, down here on the 20 or something. They went for it, so that looks like a kicker coming out. You called him. Take those 3 points. Points are too hard to come by in this game.
Eric Morgan is in the game, coach.
It's James Shore. James Shore, the kicker, number 87.
31 yards. Did that tail to the left? Made it through. Godby comes out, makes a defensive stop. They put points on the board. Now the score is 21-16. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be back for the kickoff.
We have an official timeout on the field. Timeout, water break. With 5:37 to go in the 3rd quarter, your score is Pensacola Pine Forest 21, Godby Cougars 16.
Follow INSiiGHTS. Click subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And on our website, www.insights.com, INSiiGHTS, 2 I's in the middle. Special thanks to Cumulus Radio, WCTV TV, FAMU 20, School of Journalism. Thank you for the outstanding support and the help of our School of Journalism students, past and present. And Joshua Lauder from that school of J. A kick angled out, over to the side. Can he get across the field? Great coverage on special teams by Godby.
Great job by the kickoff unit, just running in their lanes, everybody doing their job.
We know how important that is because conversely, Godby has been able to do an outstanding job with their kick return teams. You heard Coach McDonald say he had to get his special teams up.
Yes, sir.
Godby band rocking and rolling in here. Sounds familiar. Sounds like the FAMU band. Yeah. Jeff Walker got a chance to show them to you a little bit. The band getting into it. Cheerleaders getting into it. Football team getting into it. Pine Forest, how will they respond? Oh. Defensive adjustments.
Andrew.
That read option didn't give him anything. Didn't give him anything. A defensive adjustments by Corey Fuller over there.
5-yard loss on play. That bring up 2nd down and 15.
Your player Buddha's in the middle.
He's back in the game. I look for him to clog the hole, coach, and try to create some penetration up the middle.
I said man-to-man coverage called by Jeff Walker at halftime. Going up top, miss. Fire.
Great presser by number 55, Quentin Jones.
That man-to-man pressure, we discussed it off air. Came out of that zone. They're seeing a different defense by Godby now. Must be a screen. Oh. 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 I don't think Pine Forest was prepared for the adjustments made by the Godby defense. Now, I'm sure they will make some on their end because they're outstanding program, well coached.
Coach, as I was going through the tunnel, I was passing some of the Godby football players, Coach, and they locked in. They're locked in for this second half.
And you see number 4 back in and quick kick return coverage. That fair catch was almost like a wave. I mean, his arm was extended like he's like, hey. And his INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week will be right back.
3:51 left to go in the third quarter. The Cougars are looking to put 6 more points on the board. With your help, they can do it. Let's make some noise, Cougar fans.
And we're back. Godby wants the ball. They want it now. The momentum is beginning to swing their way. How will Pine Forest defense respond?
Go back to Jones.
Oh,
that should have been a flag.
Oh.
Little extra.
Yeah, that was your Mississippi State corner commit with a little extra on it. That was Martin Emerson, 6'3", 185. He's NFL-size cornerback. He wanted to show he could tackle Alva Jones because the rest of them on the team hadn't shown that yet. Look to the left there.
Yeah. That's great hands by Yant as a running back. Great hands, great vision, great way to get up the field.
It was, and Godby went away from the side of the field that Martin Emerson was on, the all-world cornerback going to Mississippi State from Pine Forest. They went away from him. He's linebacker size. Movement on that line.
There's a penalty flag prior to the start of the play. False start on the offense.
That's probably the 3rd or 4th time we've seen that called on Godby. Not that they haven't done it, but that's something this late in the season they should have under control by now. You look on the defense, you always have to look and see where number 1 is.
Yes, sir.
And that was him who made the tackle. Moving the ball. That should be 2nd and about 2 maybe.
And this running game has opened up in the second half for the Cougars.
They're able to spread it out a little bit more. Trips down to the bottom of the screen. And there's a first down. Oh, there's a 78 from Godby. Bobby Bowden used to tell him, he says, a thin line between play to the whistle or play through the whistle. Mm-hmm. He definitely played through the whistle that time. Godby starting to exert a little bit of their will on Pine Forest. But Pine Forest will respond. They have historically. Trey Fisher. Touchdown.
Great play by Trey Fisher.
Nice move. Not known for his athleticism. Great move.
But every now and then, Coach, you just got to pull something out the hat.
Yes. Watching his dad jump up and say, yes. Clench fist. That's a happy moment for a dad. And they're lining up for 2 now. 22-21. And Godby's rolling now. Nothing there. He rolls. To convert it would have made it a 3-point lead. As it is, they have a single-point lead, but they have a lead. This is INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll come back and see this matched up. INSiiGHTS like to thank our underwriters, Wooded Foundation of Miami, Crawfordville Lindy's, Tallahassee Accident and Rehab. When you need a chiropractor to pop that back. Import Authority, when something's wrong with your car, I take mine there. Take my wife's there too. Yours too if I had it. Data Set Ready. Gary Simmons, Cumulus Radio. Lowry Masonry and Construction, Events by B, INSiiGHTS 13. Studio 13, INSiiGHTS.com, Leon County Sheriff Office, and Sheriff Walt McNeil. What's up, Sheriff? Northside Kiwanis. Proud sponsors of the Jimmy Sauls Leadership Academy, where INSiiGHTS continues to work on the total student, not just the athletic part. Here for kickoff. 2 minutes and 26 seconds left on a third quarter that's been dominated by Godby High.
Coach.
Yes, sir.
I knew he wasn't going to go far on that return when he took kind of that false step. He didn't get quite a good running start like he would hope. But the Cougars have definitely woken up for the second half.
Oh, yeah. They popping those chin straps now. Yeah. Godby trying to defend the home court, home field. A lot more emotion in them coming out of that locker room at halftime. Running around with a little reckless abandon, offensively and defensively. Pine Forest comes out still workmanlike in their approach. The star running back. Good downfield block. He's no joke.
And it cost him because Lee, he went on a blitz. And that freed up the wide receiver to just go and take out the other corner, leaving the 7-hole open for the running back to find the outside.
And he did. They've kind of gotten away from Anwar a little bit. He's outstanding running back, averaging 155 yards a game and 10 yards a carry. He got 10 that time. Got a minimum of 10. Godby line spread open a little bit more. He's running through the gaps. And Godby tackling that football. Almost 10 yards that carry. 2 carries, he got 25 yards. And we have an official timeout. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. Looks like they're trying to measure this, but we'll be right back. Follow our games on WCTV2 for replays Saturday, 4:30 to 7. Go to INSiiGHTS.com for more information, stories, and pictures. Studio 13, when you need a place to be your place, Studio 13.solutions, 850-999-2870. First down. Dr. Arthur Woodard, academic student of the game. Number 81, Kamari Young, 3.41, 6'3", 230, tight end. Congratulations, Dr. Arthur Woodard, academic student of the game, giving each game to the student with the highest grade point average and community involvement. Sponsored by the Woodard Foundation and Wendy's. Go by and get your double with cheese. Pine Forest doing what we thought they would do, and that's respond. No quit in these Eagles. None in the Cougars either.
A little bit of stomp by Lee.
Did he go down?
Coach, I didn't see him go down, but
see, I thought he put his hand down and avoided going down. Second down and 12. That means very little to Pine Forest. That's like a 2nd and 6. Oh, he grabbed him by his shirt. Look at Corey. Look at Corey on the field. They grabbed him by his shirt.
Bush on the tackle.
Yeah, and tackled him. They grabbed him by his shirt. The officials are huddling up on that one. I thought Corey was going to go out and grab him by the ref by the shirt. What's the call?
They waved it.
Waved it off, Coach. And you notice that Pensacola didn't fuss about it. Their coaches never flinch. But you haven't seen much reaction from them. Not that they're not engaged in the game, but because they do their work and they let the guys play. That's just their demeanor. And if you notice, their team doesn't get flustered too much either. Two different styles for two different programs, and both of them highly successful.
Mm-hmm.
The tackle looked bad the way you got 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They got it off. Look at that blitz. They met at the quarterback.
Defense has a rise to the occasion.
Yeah, they met at the quarterback. They met at the quarterback, and that looks like that's going to end the third quarter, and it's going to set up a humdinger of a finish here for the fourth quarter with the score. Pine Forest 21. Godby Cougars 22. 1 point lead as they walk with 4 fingers. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We're going to take a break. We'll be back for this fourth and final quarter. Follow us to Daytona Beach for the Matt Clayton Memorial Basketball Tournament Friday, November 23rd and Saturday, November 24th. Coming to Dade County, bringing you teams from Georgia and Florida. Come and follow us. Fun in the sun. Thank you to our sponsors, Crawfordville Lindy's and Wendy's of Tallahassee.
Don't kick it to him.
And we're back. And we know who the dangerous person is on the field now. Alvin Jones III. They're on the 45. Let's see if Alvin gets it back to where the line of scrimmage was. Like he's trying to angle it out. And he fell. Ball's at the 20. First and 10, Godby Cougars. What are you expecting from Pine Forest to close out this quarter there, Joshua?
Coach, I'm looking for them to rise to the occasion. It's the fourth quarter. It's time to put up or shut up right here. So I expect them to come out very aggressive. Each player trusts their teammate, and each player does their job.
Okay, we're going to see. One thing we know, they are not intimidated, and they're not scared. It's going to be a good fourth quarter here.
But, Coach, I'm also expecting a physical quarter, too.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, he broke through. Broke through. No flags. Big play. Jaquez Yant stepped through that hole and kept going. He broke the line. Two missed tackles. Got into the secondary, and then it was a foot race. Well, I love instant replay.
And, Coach, that's a great job of him just going through that hole, taking what he can get, finding open field, and also doing a great job of protecting the ball here in the early stages of this fourth quarter.
And it's a whole lot of football to be played here with this fourth quarter to come. Think Pine Forest starting to get worn down a little bit?
Yes, sir, Coach. They're definitely getting worn down a little bit. But it's the fourth quarter. There's no time. You can't quit. And the character of your team will show as this game goes on.
True statement.
You got to be going with a little bit of trickery. Fisher lining up in the slot.
Exactly. That's what they did. They kept it with Jaheim Knight. Jaheim Knight, he was last year's starting quarterback. Running it again. Yeah, Trey out wide. Running that read option. Should be a first down. They put Raheem in there. They can run that read option that they don't normally run with Trey.
Yes, sir.
Two different things you have to prepare your team for.
And as you can tell in that play, Pine Forest starting to creep up and load the box for the run.
And what does that open them up for?
It should open them up for a pass down the field. So I'm expecting one very soon.
That's what happens when you get that running attack in gear and you hit. Yeah, there they go, coming up a little bit, all three linebackers. Second down and 11. The bottom of the field down here, bottom of the is 1-1. Trey saw that too. That arm allowed him to make that pass. The 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4.5. It's a big drive.
Indeed, Coach. Especially with it being a 1-point game.
Exactly.
Oh, intercepted.
Uh-oh. A player from Pensacola hurt. Cornerback made a lot of contact. He didn't let the wide receiver get out. He bumped him at the line. The time and play, Trey threw it up. That's twice Godby has been down and gotten no points, one on a fumble and one on that interception. It's INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll take a break, but we'll be right back. Congratulations again, Leon County Middle School Football Championships. Fairview and Swift Creek, Deer Lake and Montford. Congratulations to the city champions, Montford Mustangs. Finished undefeated, won their 4th consecutive city championship. Again, thank you to the Montford Moms. You can find that game on INSiiGHTS YouTube page. 500 people have found it already. Look for a big play here. Scrambled until he found somebody. They took away that bubble screen on the open side of the field and looked downfield quickly, but they haven't been open down the middle of the field most of the day. That bread and butter's been that bubble screen. .829 left. Twins on top and bottom.
It's a great way of stopping the running back before he gets started right there, Coach.
Yeah, the Godby run defense has made an adjustment here. They've been stout on the run. A lot of Pine Forest plays started up the middle. They bounced them outside. Were able to turn the corner. Made an adjustment. Right on the sticks. Right on the sticks. That's the first down. That's a big turnover Godby had. Now the clock is becoming a factor. 7:30 left in the fourth quarter. It's only a 1-point game. That interception took a little bit of steam out of the Godby defense, out of the Godby team.
It did, Coach, because they were driving and the momentum was starting to shift their way.
Pine Forest offense moving. This is a little bit of an emotional game. One of the players from Pine Forest looked like he had a few words to say to Corey Fuller, the coach that time.
And, Coach, that's very undisciplined by that young man.
It is.
That's the one thing I didn't do as a player, Coach. I never try to disrespect the opponent's coach.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Just like that.
Touchdown. Pine Forest, we said, very workmanlike. They don't seem to get real high or real low. That's why I was like, touchdown. It's like they've done it before. Like they've been there before. Plenty of time. The league's going to change 2 or 3 more times before this one is over.
And, Coach, what it's going to come down to is who's going to take care of the ball.
We said earlier, whoever has it last might be the one who wins.
Yes, sir.
28-22. And this is INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be right back. Follow all INSiiGHTS games. You could get them all for the last 3 years. Baseball, girls basketball, boys basketball, football on our website, INSiiGHTS, INSiiGHTS.com. We also have them on our YouTube page, INSiiGHTS YouTube, INSiiGHTS. You can say it with me. 2 eyes in the middle. Crawfordville Lindy's does chicken right, the official chicken sponsor for INSiiGHTS. 2120 Crawfordville Highway. Ready for kickoff. You know, I see you stand up, Joshua. I was going to say, if you know like I know, you better be where you can see. Good kickoff. Fumbles it. Back at the 6. Oh.
But he didn't panic, Coach.
Oh.
He has the green light.
One to beat.
He just got one.
And he beat him.
Another one to beat.
And he beat him. He slowed down, and the whole Pine Forest team caught him from behind.
You got to keep running, son, but you did a great job of not panicking off that fumble.
Oh, he sure did.
Get.
Boy, that was a big-time return there. It started off about as ugly kickoff as you could get.
Nice return by number 14, Johnny Knight. Deep into Eagle territory. All right, Cougar fans, let's make it.
Yeah, both kick returners have done an excellent job. It's the INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
We have the official timeout on the field. Timeout for a water break.
Coach, I believe Street is hurt because he doesn't have his helmet on.
INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We love doing it. We appreciate the support. Subscribe on YouTube. That way, anytime we do a game, you'll know that we're doing it. They'll send you a notice. You never know where we are and what we're covering. And we love doing it. Brought the middle school city championships to you. I think we enjoyed it more than them. Six minutes left. Lots of time left. Both teams score with the quickness of a lightning bolt.
That was a great job by Yant, not going down with the first tackle, but staying on his feet and taking a little bit more.
And great job by Trey Fisher continuing his ball fake.
Oh, yes, sir.
Boy, Alabama and A&M and Florida A&M in here watching this game with a host of other coaches.
A great job by that offensive line.
We got Jeff Walker. He's saying it's 6 inches. I'm laughing at Jeff. I need to have a camera on him. His facial expressions are killing me. He said they called it right. He said they didn't even measure it. 5:08. 5:08. Flag. He said they had 12 men on the field. Oh, they said unsportsmanlike conduct against the coaching staff that we just said is pretty low key.
Low key. Mm-hmm.
Boy, we didn't mean for that to be a kiss of death. Eagles sideline. First and goal to go. That looks like it's about the 8. Or 6 rather. Oh, he hurdled him. Doesn't mean anything that they're down there this close. They've been down there before and threw an interception and fumbled.
Yes, sir.
The Pine Forest defense has, when they get challenged, they have responded. Did we have a cramp there or the fall down, get a cramp call?
Trying to stop a little bit.
Trying to stop the clock a little bit. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll take a break and come back. INSiiGHTS Underwriters, thank you. Thank you. Cumulus Radio, Crawfordville Lindy's, Bill Durham and Associates, Import Authority, Lowry Masonry and Construction, Tallahassee Accident and Rehab, Events by B, Woodard Foundation of Miami, Florida, Data Set Ready, WCTV2, FAMU 20, Studio 13, INSiiGHTS.com, Leon County Sheriff's. Wow. Thank you for being with us. We got good numbers on YouTube watching us. For those who asked, we're located in Tallahassee, Florida. What you're watching is football at its finest here in the Panhandle, Pensacola and Tallahassee. Toe to toe, don't you know? We're back. It's going to come down to the last couple minutes here. Outstanding tackle in the backfield. Shoestring tackle in the truest sense of the word.
Textbook.
That should take them to third down. Four down territory. Who's back at, oh, okay, under center. Bumped into each other, but pure speed to get him there. Pure speed to get him there. Boy, that was a mishandle there. They bumped into each other, and he just turned the corner.
Had a great second half.
Yes, he has.
Coach Fisher is fired up.
Yeah, he's excited. He's supposed to be it. That used to be me one time, cheering for my daughters. Great is it when you're a coach and you're in a position when you could come back and take a little time away from your own team and watch your children play. There's nothing better than that. It meant everything to me to be able to do it. Probably meant more to me than it did for them. They probably was glad on the games I couldn't be there.
That's Eric
This
Morgan
is a key extra point. Tie game, 28-28. He needs this one. 29-28. I hear Ice Cream Man over there by Godby High Band.
It's a great job by Morgan.
HBCU football, everybody knows Ice Cream Man. It's INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll be back. We got 4 minutes left, and it's going to be something to see here. You better call them and tell them. Pine Forest isn't done yet. High school, that's INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. Taking a break. In any event, when you see somebody sponsoring your school, your program, your institution, something that you like, you need to give them your business. Tell them you appreciate them following them. That's the only way sometimes some of the smaller programs that you see that you like stay alive. It's through those sponsors. Let them know that you appreciate it. If you go to Crawfordville Lindy's, tell them INSiiGHTS, say hello. Tell them Coach Clayton sent you. Kickoff. Pine Forest broke one earlier in the game. They have some blockers in the middle there.
Coach, I thought he was going to try to reverse it and come all the way to this corner right here and go up from there.
No, they tend to return their balls in the middle of the field. They try to get in the hat between those hash marks. 29-28, Cougars and the Eagles. Which one will survive? Which one will stay alive? Cougars and Eagles. 29-28. Everything we could have hoped for in the game. Rivals that early game we had with Florida High and Madison, and Florida High was all over Madison. Madison came back. FSU signee ran 4 touchdowns the second half by himself. That game is one of our more popular ones up on our website from this year. Uh-oh. Slipped. Slipped. Nice run. Looks like it was about 6 yards. Maybe 7. Right up the middle. The thing about it, Anwar Lewis, number 25, he's capable of breaking one at any time. Exciting running back. Exciting running back. He's a senior. I'd like to know where he ends up, Lewis.
Very shifty at that time.
Flag. Flag. Our spotter says holding. Our spotter also says they're going to decline it. And he called it. Our spotter said he was going to decline it. 3rd down. Time, 3:03. .303. Pine Forest ball. 3 yards is not much for them to make up.
No, it is.
Overloading one side of the field. Godby looks a little confused.
Great job by Jakari Bush.
Boy, did you see your boy
Buddha,
get him? Did he get him after he was on the ground? 4th down, 2:43. We were anticipating the flag then. Got a timeout. Pine Forest. We're gonna stay here and keep going. Man, this has been something here. We don't have long on the FAMU 20 telecast. We're usually off at 9:30. If we're off at 9:30, go over to our YouTube and catch the end of it, because this is going to come down to the wire.
Indeed, Coach.
INSiiGHTS, INSiiGHTS on YouTube. Go over and see the live stream. We're off at 9:30. And I have that in 2 minutes. Are they going to kick it or go for it? Looks to me like they're going for it. Look for a trick play here. They got 4 receivers on this side. Blitz coming, hit him in the hands, and interception by Godby. Might be a pick 6. Might be a pick 6.
He's going to take it back to the house.
It's a pick 6. Pick 6. Lord, Godby just got flagged. Looked like some of the players ran off the bench. Corey is having a fit. Corey's having a fit right here at number 58. He's having a fit. He's having a fit. He's having a fit. They jumped off the bench and ran on the field. Corey having a fit.
Jakari Bush, number 58.
Corey having a fit. Should be after the touchdown. Yeah, they can't call a touchdown back on that. Right, but as long as they give them the touchdown. Godby. There's the score, 35-28. I was wondering when they were going to put it up. 35-28. They need that one. 36-28 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. And we'll stand by. We got a kickoff. We're ready. We're right here. Oh, INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We'll take a break. Okay. You can. We're back. We're back. Boy, we said it, and the game still is not over. It's not over. We already know that Pine Forest can score from anywhere. They've shown that. They showed that at the end of the half. Took them 10 seconds, and they got back on the scoreboard. So, and field position doesn't really matter to them. They can score from anywhere. Squib kick. Plenty of time for Pine Forest. Plenty of time. Go quickly, get your popcorn, get you something to drink, come back, watch this last 2 minutes and 22 seconds because this can happen with a suddenness and a quickness. Godby defense is going to be up to them. Chances are Godby's offense is going to get the ball again. Being able to stop them. Well, Godby got a little spirit going. They got a little spirit going. We had it on the film there. Two-yard gain. We welcome those who've come over from the FAMU TV to catch the last 2 minutes of this one. You don't want to miss it. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate FAMU 20. We go off at 9:30. Ball caught on a bounce, looking up down the field. They had a wide receiver down at the 25 by himself. Clock stop. We got, there's a 3rd down and 9, which means very little to Pine Forest because Pine Forest is here to stay. They've proven a point by the type of team that they have. We sure would like to see how they do in the state playoffs. We want to see how Tallahassee Godby does too. So it's like a playoff game intensity here. Two excellent teams. Interception. He jumped that route and missed the ball. Oh, they're definitely going for it. 4th down and 8. A timeout there. Godby team cheering on the floor, on the field. Sounds like the FAMU band, which is what you would expect being in Tallahassee. This would take Godby to 8-0 if they could hold on for another minute and 24 seconds and continue to set up the stage for the Battle of Tallahassee, which would be Godby and Lincoln, which will be here 2 weeks from now. Godby responding to the challenge. Pine Forest has not wilted. They've been right here. They've been right here. Pine Forest has been right here. They've proven a lot, but they haven't proven what they wanted, which is to win this one. They're still on it. Something going on down here. Something going on down here with the AD. They're arguing about the clock, it looks like, or the score. I can't tell between the coaching staff.
The number of timeouts.
Oh, okay. They're arguing about the number of timeouts. Okay, the athletic directors down here, the coaches, they're still fussing. They're still fussing. The athletic directors here. We'll let you watch this. And that's the game. Corey Fuller's on the field, and he's grabbing them as they come off to go cheer. Both coaches, they got more than one coach out there. Boy, Godby has come out and completely dominated the second half. Another pick six. 42-28 is the score. And this game was never that, this game was a lot closer than that to the last 2 minutes. 2 pick six in a row. 14 made extra point, 14 unanswered points. When you see the final, which might be this or might be less, but you'll see it and think that Tallahassee Godby blew out Pine Forest, but it was nothing like that. That was not the case. And Coach Fuller said it. They were down at halftime. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, how did he miss it? 43-28. Godby turned it on here in the fourth quarter. Well, actually, the whole second half. They made those adjustments. Pine Forest has been in every game. They're 5-2. They lost one by 1 point and another one by 3. 2 heartbreaking losses. They were in this one until 3.5 left in the fourth quarter, and the defense of Godby scored quickly. They did a better job defensively scoring than the offense did. It exploded. It's 43-28 score. If it took you too long to come over from TV 20 to us here on the live stream, by the time you picked this up and got to us, you see you've missed it. Godby High, setting that stage. Godby High in Lincoln in 2 weeks. Right here, Cox Stadium. We have Lincoln and Jacksonville Reigns. Duval will be in the house next week, next Friday this time. Another squib kick. Pine Forest with a good return. Inside Ricker's side of the field down there. Jeff. Let's get the game under control. Let's get the game under control. All of Pine View's team has come off the bench. The coaches from Ricketts are standing on the field. Coaches from Godby standing on the field, not letting any more of the players from Godby go on the field. It's a skirmish over there with 11. They're still trying to get control of the what they can't get is the Pensacola players back, and one of them just swung on the coach. One of the Pensacola players. They're still trying to keep a Godby player, not a Godby player, but a Pensacola player at the 10-yard line. 2 coaches have him. Something still on the middle there, looks like the police. They got somebody out the stands that the sheriff has. Huh? Jackie Burkett is out there. A lot of Hats off to Godby for maintaining integrity on this sideline, keeping the players from Godby from coming off of the field and actually going onto the field. Now they're getting to the referees. See, Godby cannot afford for anybody to be thrown out. No, the team that's up wins. Now they just threw a flag. They must have stopped the game. Pensacola's headed to the buses. Pensacola headed to the buses. Yeah, Pensacola headed to the buses. Pensacola headed to the buses. 43-28, 1:12 left. Unfortunate end to what was an excellent contest. I see the sheriff standing at the 50-yard line with the referee. They got officials at the top of the field over there with Pensacola moving them to the locker room. They're not going to the bus, they're going to the locker room. We have a sideline reporter down there somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, Josh is at the 35. They're actually moving the Godby players off of the field. We have a sideline reporter. Can you hear us, Joshua? Joshua, can you hear us? Corey Fuller's going on the field. Josh. Yeah, tell us what you know. Tell us what you know. He doesn't have the earplug in? Josh, stay down. Can he hear us? Josh, say something. Josh. Hey. Tell us what you know, Josh. He can't hear us? He can't hear us? Hello? 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 If he can't hear us, then he's not going to be able to do an interview. It is. It's all the way up. Well, we were trying to get a sideline report, but our sideline reporter with the microphone.
It's a fight in the parking lot.
They say it's a fight in the parking lot. Everybody running to the parking lot. They run into the parking lot now. There's a fight going on there. All right, this is INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We ended this game with a bang. A lot of confusion. Pensacola left the field. They've called the game. Final score, they've already turned the clock off. The score was 43-42-28. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week, bringing all the action to you. All of the action brought it to you. You can go back and check it because it's live on INSiiGHTS YouTube. You can see it. You can see the ending. Thank you very much for your support. Football from Cox Stadium. We'll see you next week when we have Jacksonville Reigns at Lincoln. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. Signing off.